If y'all only knew the time it took me to make these videos sometimes. But listen, what I need my audience to understand is, I think it's very possible I'm going to lose subscribers for this video. I really truly hope that's not the case, but as you all know, I'm not here trying to build a massive following of subscribers. I don't monetize anything. I'm not getting paid to do any of this. Okay? I've been aware of this New World Order agenda type thing, at least to some degree, for quite some time. Some of you may already know from following my videos. My mother was a victim of MK Ultra. My father was a victim of Agent Orange when he was a Marine in Vietnam. So needless to say, it was the government themselves who made me skeptical of their activities. And the reason that I make all these videos, guys, because about 9 months ago I was able to go to the United Nations website, and they actually had it right on there for anybody to see that they wanted to depopulate 80 to 90% of the planet in this thing called Agenda 21. You can't find that information on their website anymore. They've redefined this whole thing under this new name, Sustained Development. And I gotta tell you, I can't find that thing anymore, but that's okay, because even for those of you who'd like to see it, you don't have to. Go look up a woman named Christiana Figueres of the United Nations and watch her videos. And she talks all the time about how we need to depopulate 80 to 90% of the planet right now. Now, I've been telling people for a while, that's why I make these videos, because we're going to have to find a way as a humanity to fight back against Agenda 21, because it is very real. People are suffering very bad in England right now because of the Brexit. But they cost the elite ridiculous amounts of money. This is a fight against Agenda 21. And in my mind, Britons may have delivered the first blow in what's going to be a long battle. But this is very real, guys. And one thing that I've always done on my channel that you don't see on other channels to try to demonstrate to you what's going on is I'm telling you to look at population studies. And apparently my message is getting out there, because this ABC link I actually found on Drudge Report. Okay, so people are starting to wake up to the fact that these population statistics are actually showing that Agenda 21 is alive and well and working. People seem to automatically think when they hear the population that they're just going to shoot off a bunch of nuclear missiles and kill everybody off, or they're just going to starve everybody to death, or however you want to look at it. But they're a bit more calculated and humane about how they're going about it. Now, what this says here is that the fertility rates drop to the lowest measured in the U.S. history. Now, the title is a little misleading. People still have the same amount of ability to have children as they've always had. It's just people are having less children. What I find and this is mainly talking about the 15 to 29 age group, which primarily usually is the highest age group that has children historically. What I find interesting is they don't talk about any of the contributing factors to why this is happening. The number one factor, which I've stressed repeatedly to you guys, is economic crisis. Why is this going on worldwide and every nation? Because it is engineered. Less people are having less children because things are too expensive and they just can't afford them. This is one of the many tools that they are using to control the population. The liberal agenda. Why is this important? Well, isn't it obvious? Gay couples don't reproduce. Then we've got the Zika virus. And even though it kills a few people here and there, it's primarily only fatal to newborn babies. It causes them to be born with underdeveloped brains and die. Why? And the one of the bigger ones they have that people need to start being really wary of is they control the food supply. They moved everybody off the farms and into suburbia. Nobody grows their own food, and nobody has their own cattle anymore. And as you can see, the Bureau of Land Management is putting all the ranchers out of business. We've got this new branch of the government that handles domestic terrorists only. And one of their criteria for finding domestic terrorists is people who want to survive, and people who want to grow their own food can be considered domestic terrorists because it goes against their population agenda. Look at Greece, where people were starving. Look over in Venezuela, where people have resorted to going to the zoo for breakfast. And not from the concession stand, from the cages. They're also taking control of the water supplies. If you can't eat, you die. You can't drink water, you die. Now we're trying to start a war with anybody who will have us. China, Russia, Korea, anybody in the Middle East. More wars, more death, less population. Climate change is another big hoax. So they can control resources, so they can control the population. My guess is the Georgia Guidestones are right. They have every intention to get it down to around 500 mil globally. Why? I don't know. I would say because they're just evil people. They're just evil people. But all of these things, guys, are all real contributing factors. Okay, and let's not even talk about ISIS. They've managed to use ISIS to split every country in the planet down the middle, just about. And the few ones that haven't been yet, they're on that list. America's divided, Germany's divided, Canada's divided, England's divided, France divided, Turkey's divided, Venezuela's divided, Greece is divided, everybody's divided. Because people go to war with each other, more people die. So these are all very real, engineered things that are going on in the world to control the population, and it's reflected right here in this population study that says the birth rate in this country is the lowest that it's been since they started recording this statistic in 1909. I wish I really had some profound words to illustrate to you guys how important it is we come together as humanity and find a way to fight this thing. And all I can do is my little part and try to wake everybody up, one person at a time. You guys take care, and I'll talk to y'all again soon.